Hey guys, morning. And hope everyone's staying safe out there. But this video is going to be directed more at the, most likely it's going to be the new drivers. Could be veteran drivers or more experienced drivers, looking for a company change. But I have a feeling this video is more for those that either like 1 to 2 year or just brand new trying to get into the field. But this is going to be why should you work for night? Like what can night offer you? And what's the best way to get experience other than act for an actual night driver and not for a recruiter who may or may not lie to you? So, alright, let's start with the pay. Let's start with the mileage. Let's start with miles. That way you guys can follow along, do math, whatever you want to. But okay, so I do reefer. Reefer's gonna usually average a little bit more miles than dry. I don't know port. I know I has a port and flatbed division, but I don't know. And I know flatbed is our like lowest division, I think, or the one that does the least miles. So I would. And I know port. I see a lot of port movement, but that's mostly in the Cali area and over there. But okay, so for reefer, I average in August. Let's do August as a good example because too much changes in this field. But in August, I average 2,800 miles per week, and I enter September with the first week of September, so current, of 3,100 miles. So in August, I did 11,266 miles. That's actually pretty good for a big company. It's pretty good. If they had less drivers, I would have more miles. But I'm still getting what I want. It's around the 3,000 or plus. So night gave everybody a pay increase. Reefer is still the biggest earner, and they got bumped up to a starting of 43. So you make 43 cents. Drive-in is 42. Yeah. Port I think is 40. I don't know what flatbed is. There's not enough of. I don't see enough of them to ask. It's definitely our smallest division. It's definitely our newest one. So I don't see enough to debate. I don't see enough of them to get any information. So I don't know really enough about port. So I'm really going to be talking about drive-in and reefer. But this is mostly about reefer. Alright, so like I said, 43 cents. That we got it used to be 41, but they gave everybody a. So if you're new to the field, before September you would make it 41 cents. And then September 1st, middle of August, they announced everybody's getting a 2-cent increase starting September 1st. So if you were making 47 cents, you would make 49, whatever. At night also does a bonus pay. It's bracketed based on mileage. So like in August, for example, since I hit the 11,000 plus range, if you do 10,000 miles a month, you get like 3 cents. If you do anything over 10,000, you get 4 cents. 4 cents top is what it tops out at. So 11,266 miles equals like $460 extra I made, which that's free money. I mean, I'm not gonna complain. But if it stays on pace, like it has this, say after 400, that's an extra $5,000 next year, rounded of course, because I'm not gonna see really do math. I'm not quite awake yet. I've literally been up for 20 minutes. Well, 40 minutes, but driving 20 minutes. Still have to sleep with my voice. They also give you have a potential to earn an extra 1 cent of safety. So that 4 could turn into 5. So instead of me making, let's see, that one. What is that 1 cent flag? And that 1 cent means you got to keep your safety score below 25. Do one of their stupid videos, or the most common sense thing ever. Although the winter stuff can be nice, we're not used to winter. So that if you're not used to snow and you don't really know snow or wind, that's actually probably the most helpful instructional one ever that I would recommend watching, period. But really, if you want to learn how to really thrive in the winter, not really the rough, all you gotta do is just really watch YouTube videos. You can always tell some good advice there. But so yeah, you can earn up to 5 cents safety or 5 cents bonus every month. Alright, so I'm not sure what the breakdown pay is. It seems to fluctuate from driver to driver. It seems to be like your DM's discretion, but it has like a minimal like 75. But I've only broken out twice. One with a flat tire, it's some road damage, and my load was heavy and it fucking instantly punctured the tire. And then the second one is a tips. Well, this was really breakdown. The reefer trailer battery died literally, and fucking drive down the road died. And when it was on a cycle, and it just wouldn't even jump start. It had to read 0 volts. A damn. So yeah, one of those two. I don't remember which one it was. It was dead, Captain. All she had, dead. So I trying to get ahead of the game. I was only 20 minutes away from the Lowe's, so I turned around to the Lowe's to get a battery. Thinking, okay, it's gonna be like an hour and over, a minute out, no problems, no worries. Still make my appointment on time. Nope, that Love's turned into 6 hours because for some fucking reason, I guess I only had one tech working on 4 trucks. And if I was that tech, I would have been doing real quick jobs as I did like longer job. But I guess he was also training somebody who was brand new, and he was not enjoying it because she was trying to get into the field, and she really had no idea what she was doing, I guess, and he was very frustrated because he had to do most of the work. So he was finished by himself. But alright, so yeah, so breakdown pay, I've only worked on twice, and each time I received $150. That battery incident took 6 hours. I mean, almost full days of pay at that time. I wasn't going to complain, but some drivers told me they only get $75. I mean, I guess it depends on your DM. If your DM, if you bust your ass or whatever, I'm not exactly sure how that works. But labor pay, that's $75. Wish that was a little bit more. Let's see. So stop pay. So if you have more than one stop, your first stop doesn't count. But your second stop, you get $15 per extra stop after your one. That's kind of lame. I wish it was. It needs to be a little bit more. It needs to be like $30 because some of those stops would really eat us some time. Like I had one in Vegas that was 3 stops, and it took literally all day. Well, it was only 3 hours away from Vegas. Got to Vegas and took all days. That hurt. So yeah, okay. So drive-in, same rules would apply. When I was drive-in, I was averaging like 2,600 miles. So I mean, drive-in though. To be fair, this was COVID time. This was in the middle of peak COVID. So it started off 2,500. The first month of like March, it was busy. March and April was busy. Like I was doing 3,000, 3,200, dropping hooks, going everywhere. But then it averaged out to 2,500. April did nothing. So I mean, I switched to reefer because of that, to be more job security. But I do know driving, even with that bad bump, I still averaged 2,500. So there's that. What am I on pace for mileage for the year? I'm pretty much never going home. reason I asked this, because again, I follow different rules because I don't go home as often. Mostly my choosing, but because also my state is a fucking nightmare in the winter. Wyoming. You should always listen to advice of Wyoming if it's good advice. Wyoming isn't as bad as you make it out to be, but it is a bit of a nightmare to drive in. Not because of it could be you, but because of other people. But home time, if I remember right, is 1 day per week you're out. They don't like to let you go home for more than. They don't like to send you home with a truck for more than 5 days. Now, you can sometimes earn that, especially if you start building up some, veterancy in with the company. But right away, no. So, rider and pet policy, if you're brand new, meaning you've never driven before, Knight's gonna want you to drive 30,000 miles with them, which should be about 90 days. It took me a bit longer to drive in because of COVID, but I was going to drive for 8 months. But it should take 90 days. Mine took 4. Mine took 120. It was like 3 months and like 17 days. So it's 117 days, I guess. But 30,000 miles. And then if you pet or cat, it's like $250 deposit. I don't know if it's refundable. I can say, but assume it's not. But that's it. You just call them, fill out paperwork. I think they take it out of your check directly. And then for a rider, they have to be, older than 18, I believe. And it's like, I think it's like $10 a week. That's the camera just bouncing around. It has to be like $10 a week. Although I think it's like, I really think it's more like $20 a month, but I don't know, let's just say $10 a week. And that's for insurance. Look at that deer. That's a tiny deer. That's a baby deer. That's a puppy. That's a puppy size. You don't get deer out here. It's hilarious how tiny the deer are. But okay, so there's that. Now, what are some of the cons tonight? I guess I'm a bit biased. I mean, I don't go out of my way to cause issues. I don't really have many issues. Like, I wish a lot of these companies, like, all of my cons, I guess, is with the field and with companies, all the companies themselves. But, like, some companies do pay you to sleep in your truck. So, like, for example, Walmart pays their driver, like, $45 a night to sleep in a truck. So, they make, like, an extra, $600 pretty much. So that adds up over the course of the year. I wish like all the companies did that, because they really are on duty 24/7. Even if you're sleeping, you're responsible for the load. So, for example, if you're sleeping, I would also I would, if you come overnight, you may laugh at it, but make sure to padlock your loads, especially if you're reefer, padlock them. Ice cream. This one guy got fired because he had like 17 cartons of ice cream get frozen, and it was they had been the whole load. There's a $100,000 load, or $100,000 claim. I mean, so yeah, the guy got fired. I mean, since we're in Abbott, I guess when he was sleeping. So since that, I'm saying like I wish we got sleep pay, because you really are responsible for your load 24/7. But my night has taken care of me, so I can't complain too much. I requested to go home a couple weeks earlier than normal, not to go home, just to swing by home. Because I ordered myself a laptop, it's sitting at home, I need to get it. I need to also just bring some truck up on there. So I figured that's the best time to do it. It's just, go there, take care of everything, go back out. I'm not gonna fly there for the same day, so I'll probably be there for like 4 hours and then gone that same day. But Knight is a good starter company. If you, it really comes down to how you are. If you don't get a good trainer, make sure to get, if you hop in trainers, you find a good one. That is gonna be your first make or break you. But Knight's gonna make sure that you are ready, to hit the road. Now, a lot of the road issues you're gonna have are gonna be, common sense, but some of them you're going to experience to deal with. Your DM too. I got lucky. My last DM, my latest one, we had an issue first month. It was just because we're trying to get on the same page, and this whole COVID thing is working from home, so there was things were getting lost, I guess, and over the phone. But we finally figured it out. But I thought I wasn't running as much miles as I was, but I transitioned at the end of July into August from nights and days, so I was a little tired for the first half of August, so that didn't help. But now, if you want to run, I will let you run. It comes down to you, though. If you're a good driver, if you're reliable, if you keep your door closed. Night won't get yelled. Okay, I've been late for a couple loads, and Night won't yell at you for them. If the reason is good enough, even if it is, hey, I literally told him one time, I was like, I didn't catch the appointment time. Like, it just went, I was late to the first one. That wasn't my fault. Being late to the first one was my fault. I can't drive 100 miles in an hour, and I can't get unloaded. So I was an hour away from my last load to the slow, hour away. I was currently getting unloaded, and they usually plan 2 hours to get unloaded. So I can't, there's already 4, let's say it's 2 o'clock. There's 4 o'clock before I can even be considered available. Then to drive an hour, now I'm 3 hours late, So it's, and then they held me up for 5 hours. But Night lets you run. They won't yell at you if you're good enough reason for late, even if it's, hey, I need to sleep. There was one time I told him, I woke up, they got to the appointment an hour later, and I told them, hey, I just need an extra couple hours of sleep. I was I was just been exhausted, and they're like, okay. Night seems to bend backwards for the drivers. As long as you communicate, just communicate, and they'll work with you. But really, guys, if you want to do your research, don't just listen to your recruiter. My experience with my recruiters, they've been mostly right. Well, it's not like they've gone out of their way to give me the most false information. Anything they told me, either they flat out told me I'm not too sure, or most likely no, or something, I don't know. They never said, oh yeah, to an obvious wrong answer. Consider Night. Those who want to use me as a referral are more than welcome to. You can message me for my driver code. I'm not gonna give it directly because I don't want this video to be oh yeah, come join tonight and use me